This boy wins every game, solves every problem better than a computer, and even hacks ATMs. Let's find out where an ordinary 10-year-old schoolboy got these superpowers. A military helicopter flies over tall, rocky mountains, while a car speeds along a road below. A serious middle-aged man is behind the wheel, and a frightened boy sits in the back seat. Several elderly farmers are gathering firewood in a dense forest, and then they also set off on the road. The man drops the boy off at the roadside and continues driving. He narrowly avoids crashing into the farmer's pickup truck. The same military helicopter catches up to the car and starts chasing it. The man speeds up and drives off a massive cliff. The farmers find the boy in the forest. He says his name is D.A.R.Y.L and admits that he has no idea how he ended up here. The kind elderly couple takes the boy with them. They are too old to care for him, so they bring the kid to an orphanage. D.A.R.Y.L undergoes a health checkup. The ophthalmologist notices that the boy has an incredible memory. He is completely healthy physically, but he remembers absolutely nothing. An orphanage worker meets with his brother Andy and suggests that he adopt D.A.R.Y.L. The man goes home and discusses the idea with his wife, Joyce. She agrees, and soon D.A.R.Y.L moves in with them. He is very sweet, quiet, and well-behaved. A local boy named Turtle comes to visit Andy and Joyce. He meets D.A.R.Y.L, and they instantly become friends. Turtle invites D.A.R.Y.L over, and they start playing video games together. D.A.R.Y.L plays like a true pro and beats even the hardest levels. Turtle decides his new friend must be a genius. D.A.R.Y.L is sent to school. In math class, he solves the toughest problems as if he has a supercomputer in his head. Andy teaches D.A.R.Y.L how to play baseball. At first, the boy can't even hit a simple pitch, but after a few tips, he immediately starts hitting like a major league star. Andy and Joyce invite Turtle's parents over and talk about their son's personalities. Turtle is a bully, while D.A.R.Y.L is the complete opposite, sweet and well-behaved boy. Joyce, however, isn't happy about it. D.A.R.Y.L is too perfect. It almost seems like he doesn't need parents at all. That evening, D.A.R.Y.L and Turtle talk over a walkie-talkie and discuss Turtle's older sister Sherry's date. D.A.R.Y.L doesn't understand what romantic relationships are. The next day, Andy goes to withdraw money from an ATM, but his account appears to be empty. The man gets very upset, and D.A.R.Y.L starts entering some combinations into the machine. After that, the ATM spits out $100 for Andy. When the man leaves, D.A.R.Y.L enters a few more codes and deposits $1.5 million into his adoptive father's account. Soon, Andy's team has a baseball game. The man believes that they might finally win with D.A.R.Y.L's help. The protagonist hits even the toughest pitches with incredible skill. However, his success doesn't make Joyce happy. She wishes D.A.R.Y.L were just a normal kid. Turtle tells his friend that he should act like a troublemaker from time to time and cause problems for his family, because that's what normal kids do. D.A.R.Y.L takes Turtle's advice and deliberately lets a few balls go by. Andy is devastated. The main character says many rude things to his adoptive parents and leaves the field. Joyce is thrilled. Finally, she has a normal child. She smiles and hugs him. After that, D.A.R.Y.L returns and watches Turtle play. Andy's team ends up winning the game after all. Joyce starts teaching D.A.R.Y.L to play the piano. He instantly memorizes all the notes and begins playing a complex piece, unaware that government agents are already searching for him. Andy and Joyce learn that the authorities have found D.A.R.Y.L's real parents, but they've grown to love the boy and don't want to give him up. D.A.R.Y.L also doesn't want to leave his adoptive family, but no one asks him what he wants. A man named Jeffrey Stewart and his wife Ellen arrive at Andy and Joyce's home. They claim to be D.A.R.Y.L's parents. The boy looks at them with suspicion. Still, these people seem familiar, and D.A.R.Y.L agrees to go with them, but he wants to say goodbye to Turtle first. However, his best friend bursts into tears and runs away. He's heartbroken to be separated from D.A.R.Y.L. The protagonist is taken to an airfield and placed in a private jet. During the flight, the boy talks with the pilot and asks to be taught how to fly. A few minutes pass, and he becomes a professional pilot. D.A.R.Y.L is brought to the TASCOM government facility in Washington, D.C. There, he is connected to special devices that restore his memory. Now the main character knows that he is not human, but an organic form of artificial intelligence. Even though he physically resembles a 10-year-old boy, his brain is actually a highly advanced microcomputer with extraordinary abilities, including multitasking and the ability to hack computer systems. During interrogation, D.A.R.Y.L explains all of his actions, detailing the reasons behind each one. It turns out that what he loves most is chocolate ice cream. This choice is driven by emotion rather than logic. That's strange. Robots aren't supposed to feel anything, yet D.A.R.Y.L is capable of experiencing a wide range of emotions. And that is a serious problem. The government's goal was to create a super-intelligent soldier completely devoid of emotions. Now that the boy robot can no longer fulfill his intended purpose, there is no reason to continue funding the experiment. D.A.R.Y.L must be terminated. Dr. Stewart speaks with the boy and becomes convinced that D.A.R.Y.L truly does have feelings. Soon, Andy, Joyce, and Turtle arrive at the TASCOM facility. They are allowed to see D.A.R.Y.L. That's when Dr. Stewart finally reveals the whole truth to them about the boy. He appears to be one of D.A.R.Y.L's creators, and Ellen is not his wife, but a colleague, Dr. Lamb. Andy and Joyce are horrified, calling the experiment cruel and inhumane. Meanwhile, Turtle quietly sneaks into D.A.R.Y.L's room and asks his friend if he really is a robot. D.A.R.Y.L admits that it's true, but says he doesn't feel like one. Andy and Joyce then enter the room, embrace their adopted son, and nearly cry with happiness. Dr. Stewart promises to do everything possible to bring D.A.R.Y.L back to them. He is well aware that the boy will soon be disposed of. When the military arrives at the TASCOM facility, Dr. Stewart and Dr. Lamb try to convince them that D.A.R.Y.L is more than just a robot. The soldiers, however, refuse to listen. Dr. Stewart then leaves the building and secretly smuggles D.A.R.Y.L out. Soon after learning of their escape, the military launches a car and helicopter pursuit. As they are about to be apprehended, Dr. Stewart turns onto the highway and lets D.A.R.Y.L take the wheel. Thanks to his extraordinary driving skills, the boy weaves through traffic, pulls off dangerous maneuvers, jumps ramps, and even drives on a single wheel. It's just like the video game D.A.R.Y.L once played with Turtle. In the end, D.A.R.Y.L and Dr. Stewart manage to lose their pursuers. They are safe, at least for a short while. The military is furious. They failed to capture a mere boy. The next day, Dr. Stewart drives D.A.R.Y.L to an airbase. The police have blocked the road, preventing them from passing through. A police officer approaches them with a shotgun in his hands. While he is talking to Dr. Stewart, D.A.R.Y.L quietly slips out of the car, sneaks into the police vehicle, steals the keys, and runs into the forest. The officer waves Dr. Stewart's car through, but soon notices the boy and immediately fires a warning shot into the air. Shortly after, another roadblock with a police vehicle shows up ahead. Dr. Stewart rams straight into it. Unfortunately, the man is severely injured. He asks D.A.R.Y.L to leave him behind and continue on alone. In the final moments of his life, Dr. Stewart calls D.A.R.Y.L a real human being. That night, D.A.R.Y.L secretly sneaks onto a military base. He manages to find the command center, hack the onboard computer, upload additional data, and even trigger a fire alarm. Chaos erupts immediately. Fire trucks rush to the base, and military reinforcements soon arrive as well. Taking advantage of the confusion, D.A.R.Y.L steals one of the military aircraft. He has spoken with a pilot before, so he knows how to fly it. The plane is moving too fast to be shot down by a missile, but it's equipped with a self-destruct system. D.A.R.Y.L is warned that the aircraft will be destroyed if he doesn't return. He has 6 minutes to comply. The protagonist contacts Turtle and says that he'll be coming home soon. The boy asks his friend to wait for him by Blue Lake, where they used to play together. Watching the countdown, D.A.R.Y.L ejects from the plane just seconds before the explosion. The boy parachutes straight into Blue Lake and drowns because he can't swim. Turtle and Sherry appear on the shore and immediately jump into the water to save their friend. Sadly, too much time passes. D.A.R.Y.L is rushed to the hospital, but he shows no signs of life. Turtle is devastated. The boy shouts that D.A.R.Y.L can't be dead because he's a robot. Human brains need oxygen, but D.A.R.Y.L has a microcomputer instead. And he's right. Dr. Lamb finds D.A.R.Y.L and reactivates his electronic brain. D.A.R.Y.L comes back to life and returns home to his best friend and adoptive parents. After all, he is a human.